Talking about noise here yet again for another episode. I'm one of your hosts, Art Moore.
I am your other host, Eric Hansen.
And as you can tell, there's only the two of us here. We're not hosting anybody. It's just us. I guess we're hosting you at home.
Yeah.
I always try to come up with something funny to say. And you know what? I just can't. There's nothing funny up here anymore. It's all gone. I'm done.
At a certain point, you hit a level, dad jokes have run out.
That's right.
You're done.
We've decided to go completely serious. No more jokes. No more fooling around. Only very serious topics.
Serious audio production.
Mainly, we're just going to be talking about politics. So, oh, wait. That's the funniest subject we could talk about right now, isn't it?
No,
what do you think about Trump and Hillary? Can you believe that...
Art,
we're
this is the
not
music
doing it?
podcast.
No?
This is the music podcast for your life. So,
all right.
Did you hear all of the people logging off the podcast as soon as you said Trump and Hillary?
Click. Fast forward.
Yeah,
done.
done.
You're absolutely right. Sorry about that, folks. No more Hillary Trump talk today. We're just going to talk about some great
So we actually had a
stuff.
bet how many times we could fit in those words, and Art's doing really well. Next time you do that, I'm going to make that the Pee Wee Herman word of the day.
The Pee Wee Herman.
And I'm going to run around the
word of
table.
day. How great was Pee Wee Herman? Right? He just came out with a new movie on Netflix. Did you see it?
What the crap is going on? Art, let's talk about music.
Let's talk about some music.
Okay.
What are you working on? What are you doing?
My band.
Your band?
Yeah.
We're recording a video for your band here soon, right?
Yeah.
A couple weeks?
On the schedule of talking about noise.
On the schedule.
We've got next 2 weeks, we have special guests. Me.
And your drummer, right? What's her name?
Emily. And we are going to perform for the podcast.
What's her last name? Yubara?
Yubara.
Got that close.
Actually, her last name is The Swoop.
The Swoop. Emily The Swoop.
So we
that sounds
are...
about right.
We're going to perform for the podcast.
Yeah, that'll be way fun.
So we'll see how that goes.
We'll do that.
Do some video for the tubers.
You may also notice here we've got our action cam right here.
Are we actually going to do that?
I thought it'd be kind of fun. You can see kind of our setup here, and there's Eric close up. You'll notice his skin regimen not that great. I'm just kidding. I never know what to do with our B camera. You know, I never know what to do.
So I've decided we should probably do something like a new segment. I don't know if this should be a segment, but something like, what's the musical stuff you were using this week, right?
Oh, yeah. Like the musical equipment or the musical...
So, service, I guess.
The
apps
service?
or whatever. Yeah, anything.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
So this week, I used a ton of new... Well, I was checking out a ton of new, like, guitar training videos and guitar training websites
cool.
and stuff. So I was like, we should do some reviews on that.
I always feel a little guilty for going to YouTube and looking up a guitar video on how to learn something new because I'm a guitar teacher. And I'm like, I should probably know how to do everything by now. No. But it's not true. Even guitar teachers need to continue their education, continue to get better.
Oh, I do it just because kids ask for the dumbest songs that they want to learn. I'm like, so I'll watch a YouTube video to learn how to song.
All of my guitar students right now want to play the Beatles. It's awesome. Oh. I spend all day playing the Beatles with them. So it's a lot of fun.
So I tried to...
Maybe it's because I make an assignment. What Beatles songs do you want to play? Do I have? Yes. What Beatles song do you want to play?
Oh, is that how it works?
Kidding.
There you go.
Kidding. It's not quite like that.
You're like, here's the list of songs you can choose from, and there are 5.
And there are 5, and they are all the Beatles songs.
Anyway, I've been hanging out on ADSR Sounds.
Ooh.
And they have a ton of tutorial videos.
Okay. We'll have to do a review of that.
I have quite enjoyed it so far.
ADSR Sounds.
Yeah. ADSR.
Of course, to...
ADSR. It's just ADSR. ADSR tutorial. No.
Well, you figure out the website.
It's just ADSR.com.
And since you edit like the YouTube video and the all of the stuff for the actual feed, why don't you put it in there? Does that sound good?
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, folks, just go to the show notes below us, or if you are on your mobile device, there's show notes there as well. So just scroll to that and click on the ASDR. Now that refers to...
That was good. So that's my service of the week. I've really enjoyed it. I watched
service of the week.
Watched a masterclass video on how to use Massive.
Ooh.
Watched a
Do you have Massive? Massive is so good.
I do. Watched a
learn how to use
masterclass
that.
video on how to mix sub bass.
Nice. That's always fun.
So they're more dedicated towards the electronic artists like dubstep and house, and they have all these names, deep house and like British deep house, and you go. Oh my god. That's like your go-to beat. Like, hey guys, this is EDM. Check it out. I do EDM with my mouth. I'm a mouther. Oh my gosh.
Well, it's 4 on the floor, isn't it? Every beat.
No.
Generally.
Nope.
No.
Matter of fact, using melodics, which was that'll be my service of last week that I've been using. So cool. Trance. So they have some trance beats, and for the life of me, like I cannot figure them out. I'm just like,
Oh wow! So you're really expanding as a drummer.
oh yeah.
You know, I wonder if that would actually be good for an actual drummer, like to learn. And there'd be too much
Maybe.
stuff to like.
I don't know.
Do that. Anyways, whatever.
So
Action cam shot. All right.
Wow. The only thing that would make this better is if we had like a lottery. Are you going to win $1 million? Okay. I'm just going to put that there. Let's move on to
Yes,
some news.
a GoPro is
I actually
our-
have some
is
news
our
for you.
B-roll. Yeah,
Some very important
give us,
news.
Give us some news, man.
Very important.
Very important.
I'm waiting for my segment music.
Oh, sorry. Segment music. I forgot that I'm the production person here. All right.
Crap, are you kidding me?
Sometimes you need like introduction music for the introduction.
I feel better
sorry,
now
go ahead.
that I've had the segment music. I can
You got
move
it.
on. Good stuff.
Oh no, we lost our camera.
Oh.
So let's figure out what's going on here.
What'd you do to the camera, Art?
Oh, come on. I have an alarm that is not supposed to go off. And it stopped the
So
camera.
funny. That makes me laugh.
So,
This is the funniest thing ever.
okay, hold on. We haven't started yet. So,
And we're back.
and we're back.
Welcome back.
I'm going to edit all this welcome back crap out because it's going to be like we didn't do anything. Let's, no, just like the music. Here, I'll play the music again. No, we'll play the music again.
First rule
And
of
we'll go,
talking about
that's
noise.
true. Oh, dang it.
No,
You're
just do
right.
it.
No, you're right. Everything that we do goes into the podcast.
It goes.
There's a certain amount of realism, of truthfulness, of honesty in that you see what we do. No, it's not true. I do edit out quite a bit, but
You
I
should
really
become
do.
a politician. That was phenomenal.
Yeah,
There's
I thought
a
about
certain
that.
love.
But being a stay-at-home dad for
dedication.
the last 12 years doesn't really give me a lot of real-world experience. So,
Yeah, that's true, actually. I'm not saying you aren't qualified. I'm just saying you don't have any experience to back up what you're saying.
I don't think any politician is qualified.
I don't think anybody is qualified. All right. So we're going to talk about the app Musical.ly.
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 Ole. Oh, Musical.ly. Yes. The new social media app that's...
So I hate
that's,
social media apps, but this is
on,
interesting.
you've been getting on Twitter. I've been seeing you.
So it's musical.ly.
Right.
And I swear,
It's the karaoke
like
app, right?
web designers or whatever, the guys in Silicon Valley are going to do whatever they take to destroy the English language with all their kitschy little slogans and the stupid...
.lees and all that stuff.
Anyway, this app is incredibly popular right now because it is a... my brain went just blank.
Karaoke app.
Karaoke. No, but it's not karaoke. It's mouthing along. You're not actually singing.
Lip syncing. That's right. Lip
That's what it
syncing.
is. Oh my
It's the
gosh.
lip syncing app.
I was like,
It's not even karaoke.
The mouthing along app.
The mouthing along app.
Okay, so lip syncing.
That's such a funny thing because my dog, he, I don't know if this is the right term, but he will like not really nip or bite your hand, but he likes just to have your hand in his mouth, and we call it mouthing. I don't know if that's what's going on, but it's kind of funny. That's anyways, whatever. Please don't go away.
Okay.
Please
okay.
please don't click next.
Too late,
Or
I'm out of
find
here.
another
I'm moving on.
Crazy music
Okay.
podcast with a microphone in the background.
Okay.
Hit us.
Did
With
you know
your best shot?
that there is a 15-year-old girl? Her name is Baby Ariel on the
Ariel.
app.
Okay.
She has now over 10 million followers.
Whoa!
On this app.
10 million followers?
Due to her amazing lip syncing capabilities.
What?
Yeah, 10 million followers.
And I'm assuming she's very attractive. How
She
old is
could
she?
form
6,
her
16?
own religion. And
With
call
that
it
many people?
The Baby Ariel
How?
religion.
Oh, man.
Yeah, 15.
How would you? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out using music.ly as your platform. How would you start a cult?
I believe
seems interesting to
I
me.
believe you're just supposed to call it Musically.
Okay, fine. Don't put the dot in there.
I know,
It's
right?
music.ly.
So annoying.
Just like whenever we order anything from Canadian Amazon, because sometimes that's fun. It's Amazon.ca. That's how we say it.
Hey, what's the website to Amazon.ca?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's from Scott Pilgrim.
Amazon.ca?
That's very funny.
Weird. Okay, so she is actually headlining a tour called the Digi Tour Summer for web and internet personalities.
Okay, we realize that she doesn't actually sing.
I know, right? It's the weirdest thing. But anyway, kudos to Baby Ariel. She hopes to get an acting career out of this.
Of course she does. Yes. Yes, go and be an actor. Go do that.
Good luck.
Oh my goodness.
We wish you the best. Anyway,
actors.
moving on.
Let's just leave it there.
News
'Cause
number 2.
I don't think I have enough to give on that one. So go ahead. Music news number 2.
Okay. So, pop-up shops are all the
Pop-up
rage
shops.
these days.
Are these pop-up shops? Like Kanye West. We talked about Kanye
We talked
West
about
doing
Kanye's.
one
Okay.
of these, right? They're in a storefront. They just pop up for a day or so, and then they're gone.
And then they're gone. And I was actually going to rail against these. Okay.
It's always a good idea.
I was going to rant. I was going to be angry.
Be angry.
And then I read that the Foo Fighters did one, and I was like, never mind, it's a good idea. Go, guys.
I
It's
am
good.
a big fan of the Foo Fighters. I don't know if they can do much wrong
apparently,
at this point.
many artists who are used to the, I'll say the older days when the revenue flowed like wine.
Okay, what was that? Did that ever happen?
It did.
Oh man,
they are
moons ago.
supplementing this income with their pop-up shops.
Okay.
So the Strokes just did one.
All right.
But theirs actually seemed like it was normal.
So what are they
sold-
selling at these pop-up shops to make it worth it? Is it just like T-shirts?
So
I mean, is it just
I
a
swear
merch table
you
at
are
a-
just like jumping ahead of the news.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay,
As
go
I was saying, the Strokes sold T-shirts, albums, and varsity jackets. T-shirts and albums sold for $15 a piece. You know.
Okay,
So
that's
that's,
a pretty
that's normal.
reasonable
It's like
price.
that's all it is. It's a merch table that shows up in a location for a day.
Yeah.
But
the
the varsity jacket sold for $150.
Oh, that's not too bad for a varsity jacket, actually.
And the thing is,
Especially if you like the Strokes.
Members of the band
that's
actually show up.
good. And the members of the band were there.
yeah,
Did they play?
no,
Oh, see,
No.
that would have made it.
that would have made it even better.
That would have made it even better. You know, I'm thinking like you go to one of these big Halloween shops, right? And they put a stage in there, and then they play for like maybe just a half an hour.
So
or
the whole
something.
point is to decrease supply
Decrease supply of their current merch.
and increase demand. So they only let people in at like 20 at a time.
Okay,
And they forced long lines.
right.
You can't do this in a warehouse, man.
No,
This isn't
it'd have to be a
Walmart.
small.
You're not going to Walmart to
a
buy
small
music,
little,
are you?
little shop in New York that
Exactly.
would, just
Has
like
to be,
in between two brownstones. That
Yeah,
kind of thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Now you're getting it. Okay. Justin Bieber just did his. Okay.
Where did he do his?
It was New York.
In New York.
Everyone goes to New York. What's up with New York? Come to Salt Lake City, Utah.
Seriously, man, we've got time and energy to come visit Justin Bieber's one-day shop.
I wouldn't.
In Salt Lake City, the land of the Mormons, who generally disagree with everything that Justin Bieber stands for. All right,
No,
keep going.
not
Sorry.
really.
You don't think so?
No. Okay, so, as I said, fans let in 20 at a time. Well, his fans were let in 20 at a time.
All right.
See, I called it. That's what pop-up shops
They're
are.
working with the same people.
Okay, so the denim, his brand is called Purpose.
Purpose.
Right? And so everything is labeled Purpose.
Is it misspelled in any way? That seems interesting. It would be interesting.
It's not, but if it had like a backwards P, I wouldn't be surprised. You know,
okay.
Oh, that's so renegade of you.
Or backwards E.
Daring.
I see that as well.
Purpose.
Purpose.
So anyway, his Purpose
At least
denim
it's not
jacket
purpose with a Z.
sold for $300.
Okay.
Sweatpants for $100.
That's the one that's a crime right there.
Yeah, and my Mama Don't Like You T-shirt for $50.
My Mama Don't Like You T-shirt for $50.
That's from his song.
Oh no, I understand
that's
that.
Constantly on
I'm
the radio.
trying to understand how that
You could sell a shirt for $50.
no, how the messaging of that works. So if I put on the T-shirt, my mama doesn't like you, and I go to anybody, then my mom doesn't like anybody I meet. Like that's what I'm trying to. It's an interesting.
No.
thought there.
Everyone knows exactly what that says.
No, I understand that. I understand that it's from a thing.
No,
You know.
Art, you're not.
You're saying
getting,
this is not an
Art,
ironic T-shirt?
You're just not getting it.
I only wear ironic T-shirts, so I just don't know how that works.
Art,
sorry guys.
I'm sorry. You're just not arty enough for this.
Probably not.
Just sorry.
not-
this is
I'm
this
not-
is above you.
I'm not a believer. I'm not believing in this. That's right.
Okay.
Not believing in this.
And we talked about Kanye's. He sold the Life of Pablo jacket for $400.
Yeah,
And
that
then
seems like a lot.
He had a comic book, The Life of Yeezy,
Okay.
for $200.
$200.
Right.
For a limited run?
Who knows?
Huh. Comic book.
Yeah. Sorry. Adult graphic novel,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
which is just a fancy word for comic book. So pop-up shops are all the rage.
Pop-up shops. Pop-up shops.
Maybe
New York
we'll
City.
try it. We will give it a try.
But it seems like they're only in New York City.
No,
seems like they're
we're gonna
not
do
in
it.
Salt Lake.
we should do a pop-up shop where no one shows up, and then we'll like put it on our blog and be like, "Dude, what a great success our
What a great
pop-up
success
shop
our
was!
pop-up
That was
shop was."
thanks for your support, guys. That was
We're
awesome."
talking about Noise Pop-Up Shop. It's going to come to New York. It's going to be in Salt Lake. It's going to be in San Francisco.
Actually, we should set a time for New York and be like, "Guys, just wait," and then never show up.
Yeah, that's true. I'm big on not showing up, actually.
That's what we do best.
That seems to work well for me. Just not show up
Okay,
to stuff.
news number 3.
Numero...
Drake
Tres.
cannot dance.
That's not news. Everybody knows that.
But here's the thing. I've decided this is good. This is good news. So for a little while there, I've read a few articles on this, and many people have commented how the musician artist was required to do a lot more than just sing and dance or sing on stage. You had to dance with hundreds, dancers in this choreographed dance to the point where you were so out of breath you weren't really singing, so you had to have backup tracks.
Well, they did that whole... They released Britney Spears' track of one of her shows, and it was terrible. But she was dancing the whole time, and I was like, of course she's not going to be...
There's nothing you can
sounding
do.
amazing.
You can't sing to
She's
that.
barely singing right now. I mean, because she's dancing so hard.
He did this performance on SNL. I don't know if you saw it.
No, I've
I've
kinda
actually
don't
watched
watch SNL very
way
much.
too much Drake lately.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot.
You've been into the Drake?
Totally.
Cool.
And he does his thing and he dances, and you're like, you can't dance at all.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that because he focuses on the song. He's a songwriter. Focuses on the production. He's a producer. I'm cool with that. I was like, I'm fine with that. You own who you are. And so I'm like, you know what? We need the I guess it was Michael Jackson who really got that going, right? The line dancing on stage. I'll call it
line dancing?
river dancing for pop.
Let's call it a choreographed group dance. I think that's
I'm going with river dance. River dance for pop.
Pop river dance.
Pop river dance. I'm moving. I'm grooving.
You know you're an idiot, right?
Yeah. So Anyway.
I like the line dancing for pop. I think that's good.
Line dancing for pop. Line dancing for cancer. There we go.
Line dancing for cancer.
Anyway, that's it. Just Drake can't dance. And that's
terrible.
Good. I think it's a great thing.
Don't
dance,
he
Drake.
makes fun of himself about it too.
He's
got a good nature about it.
Keep writing your music and be known for your music, not for your dance. Who cares?
All right.
That's it.
Let's move on to some production or...
no, it's songwriting. I got songwriting this week.
All right.
We're going to blow your minds. So, what's up?
How's it going?
Hey.
Yeah, I'm excited for some songwriting goodness.
Yo.
My soul. I actually have a friend, and we're starting a new project together, and we're going to be doing some songwriting.
Wait, you do?
I do.
Are you moonlighting on me?
I'm moonlighting on you.
Art?
You moonlighted on me first. You went and got a real drummer.
Since when is that a reason to moonlight on me?
Oh, yeah, that's true. This is that kind of abusive relationship.
It is.
All right.
That's
Sounds good.
You've got it. Double standards. Okay. We are going to break down Radioactive by Imagine Dragons.
Whoa.
So, since we've
This
migrated,
is a song my students do request a lot. We've learned to play this by ear on different instruments. Since we've moved to the live show on YouTube, YouTube has quite a bit different rules than just regular podcasts. That's right. On the podcast, you can do almost everything, anything.
And not really get in trouble for it.
I mean, you could get sued for stuff, but,
Good luck with that, right?
YouTube has some different systems in place there.
Well, that's because
copyrighted information.
The record companies have gone after YouTube and said, we want the money because a lot of your users are uploading music and stuff, and they're monetizing it. We want part of that.
Right.
Totally legit, right?
Yeah, and totally legitimate. And then there's the other side, too, of people who are legitimately,
stealing money. Oh, right, no.
Looking at music and trying to figure out what's going on there and analyzing it and,
And stealing money. Oh.
All right.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I got ahead.
Let's talk about Radioactive.
So this song is on the list of approved songs, except for Germany.
I don't know country but Germany.
I don't know why it's not approved in Germany. So anyway, I speak German, so I'm partial to my German folk out there.
I do not speak German, although I did take German for 2 years in high school.
Good for you.
Then they canceled the German program.
I took German for 3 years and couldn't speak it until I went there. So I lived in Austria. All right, so we're going to do this. All right, Radioactive is not complicated. From a songwriting perspective, this is not a complicated song.
No, it's not.
From a production perspective, it is a very complicated song.
Awesome stuff going on.
Okay, so songwriting, let's break it down. We got an intro, verse 1, chorus 1, verse 2, chorus 2, bridge, chorus 3. That's it.
Okay, yeah, so simple.
Yeah.
Verse, chorus, bridge, chorus.
There you go.
Out.
Done.
Go home.
And
brush your
they
teeth,
don't even yet.
Put on your PJs. Go to bed.
Okay.
The song is done.
Okay. So it is not even a coda chorus. Like not even something at the end. I mean, they finish the chorus and it's done. Okay.
It's all finished.
So this is old school. This is about as old school songwriting structure as you get. So what we're going to do is, everybody's heard this song, so we're just going to break down just a few things, okay? In the intro, it's just the guitar, background vocals on top. What we're going to listen to specifically is how that intro transitions into the verse, which I find one of the best, drops in a song, just like how it hits. Ooh,
nice.
It's good. Just, it sets the tone for the whole song.
Drops.
So, Art, give me clip number 1.
Clip number 1. Here it comes. It's coming up, and here it is.
I'm waking up. That was it. It's just a little clip because that's all you need.
Yeah.
There's a riser.
And then you get the
wow. Right?
Waking up.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. Okay. Now, I don't really particularly care for Imagine Dragons. Just I gotta clear the air here. But this song's really good.
You have a real need to specify that you where people fall on like the chart of how much you like
on the
them or
continuum of Eric likes. This is in the middle.
Yeah,
Imagine Dragons is just but Radioactive I think is
Radioactive is fantastic.
It's a great
really,
song.
I mean, obviously it's done so well. But,
so in the verse we're going to
but
listen
the band
to
is
clip
good
two.
too. Actually, from Utah, which that's where we're from.
No, the lead singers from, or are they from? No,
They're from Utah.
I think you're
Utah
gonna have to
band.
Google that. I don't believe you.
All right, I'll Google it while you talk.
Okay, verse 1. So we're going to listen to the drums, the synth, but we also are going to listen to something called prosody.
Okay, tell us what prosody is, so we know what that is.
So
because I know what it is, but our viewers,
right? And that was why I was angry. I actually had a little definition of it, and I don't know what I did with it. Anyway, so
but do you know it in your head
from memory?
From your memory,
prosody is when you have all of the parts, especially the lyrics and the music, coming together to create a unity that is otherwise not created in a song.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Give me your definition.
Breathing in the chemicals.
Okay. Everyone knows that part of the song.
Right. It's the big breath part.
So the whole idea of the song is, right, it's like Mad Max, right? We're in a radioactive wasteland. And he's breathing in the chemicals. All the music stops so he can breathe in. And it's where you achieve a unity of vocals, lyrics, and music all together to create a unity that would not exist otherwise.
I think it's interesting. I mean, they do all come together to that point and then kind of wrap up quickly into that breath. I mean, there is that unity of like wrapping up, and then you have that space and that breath, and then they get right back into it. I can see how that can happen.
Yeah, very cool. So it's fun. Okay. So we've gone intro, verse, chorus. So in the chorus, we're going to listen to a clip, and I want to listen to specifically what they do with the hook of the song. What is the hook of the song, Art?
Imagine Dragons. Imagine Dragons. No, it's radioactive.
Yes, that's it. Okay? So check out what they do. Listen closely.
Here we go.
What did they do?
There's some what's that word? Prosody in there?
Prosody.
Prosody.
Okay, so
Proximity. There's a proximity there.
What they did was they repeated the hook, but they took out the bass and the drums. And they kept the synthesizers and everything else. What it does is it emphasizes the hook again when you take out the bass.
Okay.
And also
And we're not just the bass, we're talking bass drum as well, right?
No, all drums and bass.
All drums and bass came
Everything
out.
below.
So that's a production tip for you at home. Like, do just the high stuff going on. Drop everything else out.
Say the hook once. Second time you say the hook, drop everything out underneath.
Yeah.
Drums and bass.
And from a recording aspect, I would probably continue to record the bass and the drums. Cut them out later. Like, I think that would probably help keep the timing and stuff.
And so what that does is also leads to dynamics, which we've talked about before.
Dynamics?
Is now that you've cut out the drums, right, and the bass, and once you bring them back in, you still get that kind of hit effect, like, oh, that's tight.
Yeah,
right? And that's what you're going for, is you want to give this dynamic feel to the song. They do a good job with that.
Yeah, they do.
And it's on the hook, nonetheless. The hook is the repeatable part of the lyric that gets stuck in your head, right? Radioactive, which is why it's also the title of the song.
Yeah. It's really well done, production-wise.
Yeah. Okay. So, moving on. Verse 2, same as the first. Chorus 2, same as the first. Now, the thing about this to realize, if we were to go and listen to the entire song, okay, they use an A-B format on the verse and an A-B format on the chorus, meaning that they will do the verse one time, okay? The second time they start to repeat it, they're going to add some instruments and some effects, okay? And it could be something as simple as just one note up top, like a guitar, just playing do 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 do, or a synth up top.
Okay.
That's as simple as that. But they use this A-B format on everything they do. Verse 1, A, verse 1, B, chorus 1, A, chorus 1, B. And it also leads to this kind of crescendo effect where you're adding stuff, and then you take it away and move on to the next part of the song.
I gotcha.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, so what we are going to listen to next is the bridge. The bridge is another example of dynamics, because within dynamics we are going to remove a lot of the instrumentation in order to bring out the effect of the song. This is another example of prosody. Notice his usage of the word body, or it's not body, bones.
Bones.
Go!
Here we go.
All systems go. The sun hasn't died. Deep in my bones, straight from inside.
So bones within the song is actually used frequently. And the bones straight from inside, like it really gives you this visceral, visual description of like the radioactivity, like this wasteland just eating you from the inside.
Very good.
So I like it. And then they go into chorus 3, and they end with the hook that we just described. They end it. Radioactive, radioactive, right?
Yeah.
And it works, and then they end. It's done. So, I mean, there's nothing complicated about this songwriting structure at all.
Cool.
It's so just shows that this songwriting structure is still very popular, and you can use it.
You can use it.
I think the most important thing to learn is when you have a hook, right? Make it as impactful as possible by using an A-B format. The first time you play it, it's one thing. The second time you play it, change it.
Cool. Yeah, that's a great idea.
And let's see, what else did I want to say?
And there's no
about
reason
the song?
not to use the old formats, right? Not to use the old forms. Just, you know, it comes into the content of like what your music is and how it's speaking, and that's what really is important.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Also on the synthesizer. So I need to check in on this, but listening in depth, I have a feeling that they were actually using a side chain compression with the vocals as a trigger on the synthesizer.
That's interesting.
Because
with the vocals as a trigger.
yeah, every time you listen to it, you start to hear it match the vocals. And I was like, either they programmed it perfectly with like their sequencer, or they just, what would be easier was to use a sidechain compression and use the vocals as a trigger. And I was like,
to bring that down a little
that
bit.
is genius. So if they didn't do that, I thought of that. That's the Eric method. Brilliant. Do it.
The Eric method of compression. You heard it here first.
That's the Eric method.
Copyright 2016.
We've done it.
Talking about noise.
We are breaking new ground here. Use a synth, sidechain compression, use the vocals as the trigger.
That's interesting.
The Eric method. The
Good
Eric
stuff.
side method. The side Eric method. Eric, okay. We'll move on. That's it.
Side Eric.
Radioactive. There we go.
Radioactive.
So not a lot to break down, not too complicated, just works really well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good stuff, man.
Moving on.
Thank you so much. We're going to take a moment here and tell you about our sponsor for this show. It's me and Eric.
Because we're awesome.
Because we don't have any sponsors. No. But if you could take a second and go to iTunes or on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. On iTunes, give us just a good review. We would appreciate that. That's all I'm going to say about that.
And there we go. That's that. Okay. Picks of the
Action
week.
shot. Whoa.
So the Picks of the Week is designed for us to introduce new artists so that you can go and support new artists. Because we like to support new art.
That's right. And sometimes it's new art by old artists, but it's new art. It's stuff we like.
It may not be new, but something that we enjoy and feel that you should partake of because our awesomeness is your awesomeness.
That's right.
Right?
Everything is awesome.
Art does not have a Pick of the Week this week, but I do. So, Esme Patterson.
Esme Patterson.
The song is No River. And you know why I picked this song, Art?
Tell me.
Because I was like, what would Art do? I
Oh.
asked myself inside.
What would art do?
Internally. And I was like, what would art
So this is
listen to?
indicative of how you see my preferences in music, possibly?
Based upon your picks of the week.
Based upon my picks
So
of the week.
I went and listened to music, and I was like, no, art would not listen to that.
Oh,
nope.
that's interesting.
And then I was like, found it. This is what art
Ooh,
would
I'm
listen
excited. This is cool.
to. Here we go. The song is called...
How well does Eric know me?
The song is called No River.
That's
by
what we're gonna find out
Esme
right now.
Patterson.
Esme
Go.
Patterson.
Well, so for those of us who have a streaming service, go add it to your library or stream it so she can get money. Actually, like put it on repeat and stream it 1,000 times because that'll count.
Because she doesn't
for
get paid
one
if you
download.
listen to it once. Go buy the MP3. It's 99 cents. Off of her Bandcamp, not off of iTunes.
Yeah,
we can
that's a
talk
good
about.
point.
We can do a whole talk about that stuff too.
We should, Art. We should.
Oh my gosh! If we only had a podcast where we talked about these types of issues, we do. Here's the song. What's it called? No More River.
No River.
No River. Oh, sorry. Clicked on the wrong place. Here's
You did?
No River.
I can't sit still 'cause I'm no mountain. I can't sit so still 'cause I'm no mountain.
That's all you get.
Yeah, not very much, but it's enough to go off of. I have to say, this is Art More approved. Yep, I love it.
Yeah.
So far,
and-
I can't wait to hear. Is that the chorus?
No, it's just the
That
verse.
that sounds like the verse.
It was just the verse.
Well, the hook is in the I'm no mountain, right?
Yeah. I don't
So we'll have to listen. I'll have to go to listen to it because it sounds good.
Go listen to her whole
I
album.
like it. Yeah, I'll do that.
I really enjoyed it. She was good. So
Yeah.
there we go. That's your pick of the week.
Pick of the week.
Support us at go to talkingaboutnoise.blogspot.com.
Mm-hmm.
Go to YouTube.
And just look up Talking About Noise.
Yes,
Yeah, we're
there
on
we
YouTube.
go.
If you are on YouTube, please give us a like.
Isn't
on
it
this
Talking
video.
About Noise audio show?
It might be, but if you look up Talking About Noise, I think it comes up.
The audio show of talking?
Yeah.
And
But if you're on YouTube, give us a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe. And if you're not, subscribe to the feed via iTunes or whatever your podcasting app is.
and join us at the Twitter at
The Twitter, yep.
at artmorestudios.com.
at Artmore Studios, and Eric is at I Am the Swoop.
.org and
Why are you adding .org?
I don't know. .ly.
.ly.
I am the
that's
swoop.
right.
.ly. And I believe that's it.
Yeah. We also want to welcome all of our new viewers. We have a ton of you who are finding us for the
Brand
first
new.
time.
Join us.
And we're just having a lot of
in
fun
taking
doing
over
this.
the world.
So that's right.
Raging.
But make sure you subscribe so you get all of our newest episodes, either on YouTube or on the podcasting app of your choice.
And there we go.
And we will see you next week.
Next week.